Okay, so good morning everyone. So I'm Dino Raini and here I would like to explain you the principles that I will use to the visual media for, well, in this case the visual media that I use is a booklet which is related to my final project entitled Making a Booklet as a Promotional Media of a Handicraft. So there will be about 9 principles that I will apply to my product. So the first one is unity. As you can see, that unity has to do with all elements and objects visually or conceptually appearing to belong together. So that's why the in here related to the color, I will use the basic color, which is the softer color, and the color in here is kind of a serenity color along with the overlapping color with a rose quartz color. And then the design style will have almost the same pattern and with the matching ornament. And then the font size and font style of writing will be different parts on its classification. And in here the classification in here is kind of for example, the font size on the main title of the booklet will be different with the font size with the title of the product, like the kinds of handicraft, and also the title, the font size and the font style to describe the product. Okay, so for the next principle is the key start. So in here it should have a clear arrangement to make the key start look good. So therefore the booklet will have a 8 part. The first will show a front cover, the second part will be a corner forward, and then the third will be a table contents, and the fourth will be an overview. And in this overview the writer will show the picture of the Ara Handicrafts home production, and the fifth part and this is the main content. So in here the writer will show the product of our handicraft along with the description and the prices. And the six, yes, it will show about the achievement that has been got by our handicraft. And the seventh part is related to the detailed contact person. So it is such as a phone number, address, and the social media. And then moreover is the last part is like a back cover. So in the back cover the writer will show uh the logo of Polytechnic Negeri Jember, and then language communication and tourism department, and also the name of the writer, supervisor, and as minors. And also the most important part is that the writer will show the barcode to show location of our handicraft. So the barcode in here is that if the readers want to visit our handicraft, they turn it to write it in the Google Maps. They just need to scan it and it will link to the location itself. And then the next part and the next principle is the space. So in here is related to the basic layout and the booklet. So that's why sorry, there is a mistake in this word, but it's okay. The booklet in here will have a silver color as the background. Just like what I said before, I will use a serenity color followed by silver color. Silver color in here is kind of a rose quartz. And moreover, the choice of the color related to the content will make the booklet look simple yet elegant. And then the hierarchy. The hierarchy shows difference in the significance between items. So in this booklet, the writer tried to show the hierarchy through the difference of font size, colors, and placement of the page. So therefore, the font size of this booklet will have a difference. The font size of the booklet title will be bigger than the font size on the main content. So of course, the title of the booklet should be the bigger one, followed by the title of the product. It will be smaller, and the description, the font size for the description will be more smaller. And then meanwhile to the color, the basic color is a serenity followed with the rose quartz. And then related to the placement, the product will be placed based on its classification. So the main content will be placed after the overview after the fabric. And then the next principle is a balance. So in this principle, it will be related to the content and the layout look. So the content of the booklet will have the same portion of its product classification. For example, there are many kinds of handicraft, such as a bracelet, necklace, and then bead prayers. So the portion of the bead prayers, necklace, and bracelet, the picture of it will be have the same portion. Okay, and the color will be a simple with will be dominated with serenity color and also rose quartz. And then the scale, so the booklet will have will be printed in A4 and will have around 16 pages. Meanwhile, the size of picture it contains the product will have size around 4 times 4 centimeter to make it clear. And then the dominance, the next principle is a dominance. So in the booklet, in this booklet, the dominance will be showed in scaling and contrasting the size, color, and shape. The color of the background will have the different color with the background of the product, so that it will be shown that the product is the main. For example, the product is the main character of the booklet. So that's why the background color of the product will be more darker. And then meanwhile, the position of the main content, for example, this picture of the product should be more dominant than the ornament. So for example, the picture of the product should be more clear than the ornaments or the design kind of the frame of the design. Okay, so for the next, over the last is the similarity. So in here, the similarity will be applied in some parts. The front cover and the back cover will have a similarity in design style, so to make it have a rhythm. That's why the front cover and back cover will have almost the same design style. And then the pages that are related to the main contents also will have similarity in case of basic layout, scale, font size, style, and then position to make readers know that the content are related to each other. And then beside it, the similarity of some part will make the bullet look harmonic and have a clear point. Okay, so that's all the principles that the writer will apply in her booklet. There are about 9 principles related to that. So that's all about the principle that I will use to the back. Thank you so much.